Yo, what's good, boys? I've heard a lot of people in my comments asking just how to super guide, how to do this and that, and all the other movement wise. So I thought I'd make a movement guide just to, help the newer players. It'll be some advanced stuff, but to start with, it'll be basic. So if you want to skip forward, you can do. So we're gonna go over mantle jumping, mantle jumping, super gliding, fatigue wall bounce, um, the whole lot. Super jump, everything you guys could possibly think of. Alright, so to start with, I've had like loads of people ask how I super glide consistently. So I use a paddle to jump, and I use my crouch and my right stick. So when you're in a climb animation, see when you get to the top, this is the peak of the mantle. So you wanna, as soon as you get to the peak like there, your screen will do a little shake, like a tiny little shake. But when you see that shake, that's when you wanna hold your jump and your crouch in. So like that. When you first try to do it, it's gonna seem really complicated and like confusing and whatnot, but you will get it, trust me. I just got on, so even I'm ass right now. But yeah, super gliding is really good, especially to utilize in fights. I'll put some clips up of me, using it in fights and whatnot. It's full of inbreds. Oh my god, let me kill this kid. Oh! Oh my! What the? But I mean, yeah, super gliding is really basic nowadays. I feel like everyone kind of knows how to do it, I guess. And if you see how I'm doing it to like the left and the right side, so you just want to do the exact same thing, but when you mantle it, you want to put your stick to the side, your left stick to the side you want to go. So let's say I wanted to go to the right, so I jump, and then when I get to the peak of my mantle, put my left stick to the right, and then jump and crouch, hold them. People, you can press them, I think. Yeah, like I just pressed them there. You can press them, but I feel like holding is more consistent because you're making the input register more. You're holding your input button. But yeah, the next thing we'll get onto is super jumping. So what you want to do when you press R2 or your interact button is usually X or whatnot. If you have to take your finger off your right thumbstick to press your jump or your interact or your crouch or whatever, it's going to be really hard to do so. But what you want to do is you press interact and then you press jump twice. I actually struggled to do it on my paddle, so I'm just going to quickly do this because I've just switched to paddles. So you interact and then you do that. You press your jump button twice and then see, you go like flying. The best thing to like get this down is you want to go out and pathy, just put a zip down and just come across here and just practice doing it until you can get all the way to the end. And this is just utilized in zip buildings and whatnot, and it's also really good to take high ground, because if I was to do this super jump and then I can hit it here, that is kind of the best. It's the best way to get up the zipline without being shot, because your enemy is going to be looking down on you. If you super jump and then hit the zip, it's going to be much harder to hit you, and they're going to have less time to react, I guess. So yeah, this is utilized quite a lot actually. Like you'll probably see Fade and all your favorite movement players do it. But yeah, I would advise learning that. I feel like that's really useful. You might not think it is that useful if you're outside of a zip builder, but let's say your main path, you could literally put your zip down, say you're in a gunfight, super jump over their head, maybe you've got a PK, one pump them. Alright, so wall bouncing. This would just be beginner, you want to slide and you want to angle yourself to the wall. Once again, if you're taking your thumbs off your stick to like do it, to jump and crouch, it's gonna look really like, it's just not gonna look very good. It's probably gonna look something like this. You don't want to be doing that. So you want to slide jump, you want to angle yourself to the wall and jump. I remember when I first started playing, I was like, I literally couldn't even do this. It's just practice, so it's all muscle memory. Do you want to slide, face the wall, jump? See, that wasn't even it there. You know, I messed up. But you can also climb the wall and then jump. Some people do that, but yeah, I just feel like you get more height and whatnot, you know, just doing it normally. So yeah, just keep practicing this until you've got this down, and then the next thing I'm going to go over, once you've you know, kind of got used to this sort of wall jump, and like you've learned how to utilize it in fights and whatnot. Yeah, I'm going to be throwing clips up on the screen of how to utilize it and whatnot. This will be the next step. So there's something called fatigue wall bounce. So you know when your character jumps, you see it with, like, it doesn't jump to the same sort of height because you're fatigued. It's kind of like on Fortnite, you know, when you're trying to do 90s, you got jump fatigue. So what you want to do, you want to get that fatigue, and you want to hit the wall and wall bounce like that, and you'll go up. This is mainly used for Horizon players. So what they do is they'll, I don't know, say someone's going to slide out on me here and I'm correct. If I jump, get that fatigue, you see that fatigue there? I'm like not jumping as high because I'm spamming my jump. You don't have to do this, you press it once, land, and then you jump again on the wall. So, jump, get that fatigue, bounce. See, and I actually hit a clip yesterday doing this, so I'll throw that up on the screen. One up. Right, dead. Dead. Correct. Yeah, I destroyed that guy. I wall bounced over his head and he got absolutely shot. But this is all just practice, guys. Like, you can become consistent with movement. Obviously, on console, we can't tap strafe. We can't do what all these keyboard and mouse players can, but we can do a lot of movement that, you know, is clutch and can be utilized, like tap strafing or just anything along them lines. So, yeah, so once again, I'll go over it again for you guys. So, you get that fatigue, run up to the wall bounce. Fatigue, wall bounce. Fatigue, I messed up. Fatigue, wall bounce. Fatigue, wall bounce. So obviously, if you're playing 60 FPS, super gliding is going to be a lot easier than 120. It took me a little bit of time to get used to 120, but like super gliding, because you have to time it on the perfect frame. So on 60 FPS, obviously, you have less frames, which means you kind of have more time to you know, perfect that super glide and do it at the perfect frame rate because you're at a lower one. So the higher FPS you are, if you're on PC, for example, if you was on a high FPS, like 240, let's say, it would be hard to super glide. The lower FPS, the easier it is to super glide. And it's not, don't go playing 60 FPS because you want to super glide. Just get the timing down. It might take a while. Like, I just got on, and I'm missing all my super glides, but in game I hit them. But I mean, yeah. Alright, this is going to be advanced now. So, you see this? You see how I can interact with it if I go back? So you want to interact and practice, like, double jumping off that. Like, super jumping, sorry. And then what you want to do is you want to come up, and when you hit the top of your mantle, you want to push back on your left stick. I'm trying to get onto here so I can show you guys. So when you're climbing, when you hit the top, you want to hit back on your left stick, so it forces you back into the super jump, so you can do that. So the best thing to do is to just practice it, guys. You micro manage like your left stick, you push it the tiniest bit back. See? I even messed up. See? Like that. Alright, once you've got that down, you will be able to mantle jump. It's just all about getting the timing down. So you want to take the zip. Damn. Damn, Daniel. There we go. So what I did there is I looked down, but you can do it looking up. So if I was to do this. Oh, missed the interact. I missed the interact again. You can do it looking up, but I felt like looking down is just it just looks so much cooler, man. And I feel like looking down also gets you further. But mantle jumping, like, I haven't sat in the range and like practiced it for hours on end and like trying to perfect it, because it's not something you need to know how to do, you know? It's just something like, I don't know, if you're like obsessed with movement, you know, you might want to learn to super jump because it just looks cool. It's you're going for clips and whatnot. But I mean, this isn't mandatory. You don't have to learn this. The only things I would say that you should learn is wall bouncing, fatigue wall bounce, and probably super gliding, because them three will come in the most handy. So, like I said, interact, left stick back, then you do it there. See, I still did it there, but I missed the timing to pull back on my thingy. It's really hard to explain how to mantle jump. I know Triri uploaded a video, I think it was Triri, on how to do it, and he goes really in depth because he's a movement player, and I'm not so much. But yeah, if you're on keyboard and mouse, you probably will not be watching this, but keyboard and mouse is definitely easier to mantle jumper. But obviously bunny hopping, this is one thing that I would highly recommend you also learn. So I use my crouch button on hold. So to bunny hop, I have to hold my crouch button down, and then I press my jump, just one at a time. But if you play toggle crouch, all you have to do is press it down once. Wait, isn't that? No, you have to keep pressing it. I remember now. I can't even do it. It's like, so... yeah, like I can't do it on toggle. Basically, use crouch, guys. Don't use toggle, because toggle is ass. You know, just learning how to bunny hop, this will just save you in so many fights. Like, I don't know, if you're getting shot and you're in the open, you just bunny hop around here, maybe pop a bat here, slide back around, bunny. Yeah. You know, bunny hopping is probably utilized the most on Horizon, because, well, her passive allows her to just have so much movement. Her passive is basically better than like majority of people's tacticals and shit. She definitely has the best passive in the game. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to learn that, you can. But we'll say bunny hopping is kind of something you need to learn, because in Apex, movement matters as much as aim does, in my opinion. If you have the best gun skill in the world, but you know, you don't have that movement, and you kind of like standing still, you don't have a good strafe, you know, you're gonna die a lot of the time, because Apex is a very versatile game. Like, you've got good aim and then you've got good movement, but I feel like you kind of need to be decent at both in Apex, because yeah, and just knowing, depending on what legend you play, you might not even need to do this. Like, let's say you main Gibby. If you main Gibby, you're not going to be mantle jumping with Gibby. Like, yeah, you could practice super gliding with Gibby. Super gliding with Gibby, that's fine, but you don't need to, like, learn how to do all this crazy movement shit. I mean, this is just for people who want to learn movement and kind of just get better at the game in a way. I mean, I remember when I was watching, like, movement guides ages ago, years ago when I was learning to super glide and whatnot, when I first started playing, and it helped. So I want to help, you guys. I've had people comment, so it's literally just. I'll go over the super glide one more time because I was literally missing because I had just got on. So like I said, this is a perfect frame right here. Your screen will shake at the top, and then you want to hold your crouch and jump like that. So I'm doing it to the side there, but I'll just do it straightforward for you guys. So like that. But yeah, I hope you boys enjoyed the video. It's probably gonna wrap it up. I can't think of anything else to go over. We're kind of limited to what we can do on console. There is a lot of more advanced movement tech, like certain strafes and whatnot, but I'm not gonna get into detail with that because it's very advanced. But if you guys want another movement guide, just let me know. I'll be happy to do one. Like I kind of like it actually, just bringing this content out for you guys. And I've had a lot of people on my stream ask how I do certain stuff and whatnot. So yeah, I just wanted to include that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, hopefully we can get to 1K in the next few months. We're at 750 right now, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's crazy, man. But I hope you guys will have a good day. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.